Rick, just talk about the contributions of these two young men to the program, to you, your coaching staff, and the college in general.
Sure. Both these guys, represented our, our program in a first-class manner. Not taking away anything from the hockey side, but they did everything that was asked of them in the community, in the classroom, and just, never found any issues at all. And we really do appreciate that as a coaching staff because they never took away from the team. And I think that is a huge component on why these guys are so successful.
How big of a day is this for the program to have your two All-Americas signed within less than 2 hours of each other?
I'm just like we're extremely happy as a coaching staff to see players move on. I won't sugarcoat it. It's nice. It's really nice that Mat Bodie is going to stay the 4 years, and Shayne on his side. It's tough to see a guy leave early, but at the same token, he's going to come back and get his degree.
Rick, you had said when we talked to you right after you got off the bus, I hope nobody leaves, but I know that's not going to be the case. Did you kind of have the feeling that Shayne would end up signing?
Yeah, there are, I guess, signs, and to see his dad coming down Sunday morning, to see his dad right around the restaurant, it was kind of an emotional time, and I guess that was probably a telltale sign, but you never really kind of added it up until it was later. So, and then when I saw Shayne after, and he kind of told me it was time, you know what, that's kind of how it all played out.
Do you think he had anything left to prove, Shayne?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can look at it a couple ways. You always come back for that Hobie Baker, but that's more of a, I'm not going to say individual work, because it needs your teammates, but to get that award would be phenomenal. I guess we've never done that here, so, and then to repeat with the trophies. But outside of, I guess, the Hobie, it basically was time for Shayne to move on here. Mark.
Having played at that level, Rick, how do you see the two of them projecting to the next level? Do you think they have the skills and the size to be successful?
They definitely have the skills, definitely have the hockey sense. Like, those are two of the smartest guys that have come through this program. And Mat Bodie, sometimes I don't know how he picks up stuff on the ice. He picked it up against Minnesota with the too many men, and that was again he's done that. I can't even tell you how many times. Obviously they're going to have their deficiencies with size, but I think Shayne's younger, he's getting bigger. Mat Bodie has always done it at that size, so I don't see anything really different. And as he gets older, through evolution, he's going to get thicker too as well. I don't really see them not making it. I don't. I think they both have an inner drive, an inner pride, and I think we're going to be watching them on TV soon. You do.
Rick, are they fortunate to come along at a time where it seems like NHL teams are looking for players with the skill sets that they bring to the table, the speed and out of the back line?
I think when you saw there's some, I think Brian Rafalski may have started it there with Detroit, those type of defensemen, and now you have Torrey Krug. Even the Flyers have, one or two guys like that. So, it has changed. National Hockey League has changed. Hockey's changed, and this is the way it's going. I think it's for the better to watch these type of players. It's really exciting, and again, we just wish those guys all the best going forward.
As somebody who played for the Rangers, does it mean anything more to you to have Matt play for the Rangers?
I forget who asked me that question. Was it you, Ken?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go figure. No, I think it's a little ironic, yes, but I didn't really think about it until Ken had brought it up. You're just so happy for for Mat Bodie, for signing, for his 4 years of hard work, but to say that it had anything to do with the Rangers, it could have been anybody.
How do you think this affects the defense going into the next season?
That's a tough one because you don't know until basically the first game, but I think I'd be crazy not to say it's not going to be somewhat of a hit. but it's going to give an opportunity to the guys coming back, and I'm sure those guys that, you know, saw Shayne sign are disappointed, but at the same time, you know what, now it's my turn. And that's the attitude you have to have. The same thing when Jeremy Welsh and the rest of these guys signed. You're disappointed that they're leaving because you feel you got a good chance, but at the same token, you got to have that pride that, okay, now it's my turn.
Coach, these guys both have had phenomenal careers here, but when you look at this NCAA tournament in particular, how much did those guys mean to getting this national title, to getting there?
Absolutely, you know, paramount. I thought Mat Bodie and his run there from, you know, his whole senior season, his numbers speak for itself, and he scored some huge goals for us there in the playoffs that were, I mean, those were just, you know, you could kind of come out of your seat, and those shots were just great, those slap shots and big goals, especially that one at BC just to get us going. You know, a few others I can't even, it's all kind of a whirlwind right now, but. And then Shayne, the last game that he played in a Union jersey was one of the finest performances I've seen in someone in a jersey play. So it was really fun. It's a lot easier to see these guys go when you win a national championship.
I think he was inspired because he was playing in Philly?
I was just talking to Glenn Sanders upstairs, and we were talking about maybe, I think everything has to come into place to win a championship like that, and having you know, Shayne there at a venue like that, and I think it added to it. I really do. I think there was something special to it. I really do.
Does losing Shayne significantly affect your recruiting? You have to change gears at all, or what you're looking for?
Well, I think if you walked across the rink there, you'll see two guys, Joe and Jason, on the phones. So it, you know, it's going to change. It, you know, we're going to evaluate what we have in the, you know, in our depth chart. You know, what's coming in, and we'll make a decision what we're going to do.
How did Jeremy's experience 2 years ago impact the last 3 or 4 days with you and with Shayne?
It was actually hasn't been 3 or 4 days. It's been a couple weeks leading up to it. I thought in the Dartmouth, you know, I felt that it was kind of on his mind a little bit, and him and I just kind of had one of those crucial conversations, and it wasn't a pleasant one, but it was the best thing that ever happened for both of us. And the fact that he took it the right way, I took his comments the right way, and I just told, and then after we met, we just said, you know, this has to come from you. This is an ownership that you have to make for your personal, you know, for your personal life after this game. And he was great about it. And once he knew that he had the backing of our coaching staff, I think his play, like, he just took off. He really took off.
Can you touch on also, as we close, about Thursday, what this will mean to the community, the parade that's coming up for you and the students?
Yeah, I kind of mentioned this before. Anytime you have something like this, first time for the men's, you know, hockey program, obviously it's very easy for the coaching staff and players to take all the credit. And that's far from the case with this team and this coaching staff. It's kind of more happy for the community, for the past players that have put that jersey on, past coaches that have reached out. And it didn't have to be a head coach. I'm talking every coach, assistant coaches, support staff on down, former ADs, I mean, you name it. And I think it's just a special moment, but for the community, the support that we've gotten here is absolutely phenomenal. And I'll tell you, it's truly humbling. It really is. It's exciting, but it's humbling at the same time.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.